Wow, I almost like the doors the best out of anything on these structures. They're always so incredible and artistic, and I can only imagine the sheer amount of time that goes into making something like that. And again, not disappointed with the absolutely beautiful stained glass on the inside. And this one is even harder than the previous one to get an interior shot, but a very, very beautiful mausoleum. Directly across the road here and in front of this epic chapel up here is another mausoleum. And the doors on this one are a little bit different. Not that we haven't seen this style of door before, but the coloring on this one is different from most in this location, which I found kind of interesting. And the inside is really immaculate. Again, we're going to try this. I don't think this is actually going to be open. Oh wow. So it was open at one time, but now has been, looks like, completely destroyed on the inside. There's all kinds of destruction and stones that are falling down. I don't really know exactly why. Wow. And the door is completely unlocked, but there is a padlock right here so that no one can get in, at least from this side. That's strange. I can't really tell. It looks like, I don't know, it doesn't really necessarily look like it was vandalism though. It's hard to say. It kind of looks like tiles had fallen from really high up, unless somebody tried to get into it from above. It doesn't seem like that much destruction would be present just from somebody coming in through a ladder or a rope or something, which would be something sort of odd to do anyway. Some amazing stained glass. And it's been protected with plexiglass, so that's not going to break. You can see where a lot of them have just been sealed up and may have been broken over the years. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. Another padlock on the back here. And some pretty thick doors that have been reinforced with steel. That's unfortunate. Here's at least one way we can check it out. I'm not seeing too much destruction. There are a few things that have fallen off the walls. So yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's been used that's been broken into. Just a lot of fallen stones. It looks like maybe from the ceiling, like they weren't secured properly and just started falling over the years. And then they decided to maybe do a future renovation and closed it all off. Well, this one looks like we might get a good view. Let me pull out the other camera. And this is the grave of Eli Lilly, and also Ruth Allison Lilly. And that name is actually fairly famous. If you have ever heard of Eli Lilly, you probably know it as the pharmaceutical company, and it is headquartered right here in Indianapolis, Indiana. And so I would assume that this is the founder of that company. It is not marked as such, but I would say it's probably unlikely that it is not that way. And immediately up these stairs here is the family's mausoleum. I didn't notice it right away. Again, nothing stating exactly who he was, but there's really only one famous Eli Lilly. I'm hoping to get a good view. The door does look a little bit problematic, but really, really amazing. Whoa. Lots of stuff in here. It's like some poetry even. And a lot of people are actually buried in this one. How cool is that? Another really amazing last name. I love that. And blank. Wow. So, at one point, oh wow, my camera actually managed to see past. I was surprised. I was not expecting to get any view of the interior at all with the look of the windows. Some of the windows you can see are so corroded that it's impossible to tell. It's almost impossible to get a lower view because the windows anywhere else are just too corroded to see through. But I'm glad to at least get this view of the inside. On the other end, you can barely see through to the stained glass window. But well worth a try. And still amazing structure. Here's the exterior view of the window we were just looking at there. Wow, these vases are massive. And it looks like it has an incredibly unique stained glass window inside to go along with it. I'm glad that these doors are wide enough to see through. Whoa. They've actually put their initials on the floor in marble. That's so cool. And it would appear that only the center 2 vaults are actually being used. I wonder if that's actually depictions of the family and not just a random depiction of angels. Been doing a circle around this military memorial, which I'm including in the President Harrison grave memorial episode, so make sure to check that out. And I came upon this very, very unique structure here. Not a mausoleum, not a headstone, but sort of a mix of the two. It has a really large metal plaque here in the center. And you can see that this is the grave of Dr. Richard Jordan Gatling, the inventor of the Gatling gun, which was pretty much the predecessor to the modern machine gun used by the military to this day. So yet another incredibly famous grave site here in Indianapolis. But I could not miss this. Oh, and that's sad. Someone has come and stripped a lot of the lettering off. But the statue up here, I mean, I don't even know if words can describe this.